Guys, hey, here we are, Bellied Up Podcast, take 12. It's me and Myles.
Take 12.
I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I say anything, Myles. I'm just excited today. You know why?
Why?
Because we are announcing very big announcement.
Very big announcement.
And this announcement is so big, it's going to blow you guys away. Myles and I are nominated for a Tony Award. Oh, that wasn't it? Hang on.
That's not true.
Let me read the other side of this paper. Oh, we're doing our first ever live Bellied Up, ladies and gentlemen.
Bellied Up Live.
Bellied Up Live.
It's not live Bellied Up. It's Bellied Up Live.
Bellied Up. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Fuck it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally
We did it.
we committed.
We did a thing.
Whoopsies, we did I did a thing.
I did a thing. Zanies, Chicago, July 8th. After 4th of July weekend. Don't party too hardy because we're coming into town. You guys better be tailgating it. We want all the fibs coming out. I know I've been mean.
Yeah, this isn't great for a first show.
This was convenient.
You've basically gone on like a 3-year run on this
Longer than
podcast. On this podcast.
On this podcast alone, 3 years.
Just shitting on fibs. And now we're like, hey, fibs, come to our show in Chicago.
Yeah, well, we figure, Pope's a fib. Might as well do it with the fibs,
That's true.
The fibs are holy now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming. We're coming to town July 8th. We're going to do one show, maybe two. One show, maybe two. Two shows, maybe three show, maybe four. Can I get a five? Five show, maybe six show, maybe seven show, maybe seven. There it is. Seven and then 8 and 9 over there.
For sure one show.
For sure one show, possibly two.
We'll see.
We're piloting it out, guys. You're going to be here for the experimentation side. It's going to get weird in there.
Yeah, you remind people that this will be our first show. We'll be working out the kinks.
Yeah, set the bar low, walk right over it.
So what's it going to look like, Charlie?
Well,
what can they expect if they come to Bellied Up Live?
You come to Bellied Up Live, you're going to sit down, and there's going to be a screen there. There's going to be a screen behind the stage. It's going to have a QR code on it. With that QR code, you are going to be able to submit your questions, your buy, sell, and trade, your weird things, whatever it is. We'll probably put a prompt above the QR code asking for something specific. It's your opportunity.
Well, yeah, so basically you get into the venue, get into Zanies, you're going to get yourself a drink.
Yeah.
And then you're going to scan the QR code, you're going to submit your topic, and Charlie and I aren't just going to be messing around the green room.
No.
We're going to be pouring over your topics.
We're just going to be, we are going to get dialed in.
We're going to get dialed in. We're going to pour over your topics. We're going to pick the ones that we think are the best. So you got to bring some heat, too.
Bring that heat.
And once the show starts, at some point, we'll have the people that submitted the topics that we like the best come up on stage and discuss it with us, just like we are doing Bellied Up right here today.
Well, put simpler, you're going to come up on stage and belly up to the bar with us.
Correct.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're going to...
whether or not it's a real bar or it's a table,
our budget is limited.
We haven't worked that out yet.
No,
but
well, we haven't worked out the kinks, but it's going to be fun, guys. It's going to be a great time. And also, if you have something you want to buy, sell, or trade, bring it in. Make sure it's not a firearm. They don't allow those.
They don't. They do not.
Yeah. No.
And also make it small.
Yeah.
Don't bring a kayak.
Yeah, you can bring a grenade. That's been emptied out, though.
Okay.
Yeah. They sell them at the Army repo stores.
Yeah. But make it small,
Small.
Don't be bringing in a, lawnmower.
Yeah, it's a tight club. Club. It actually used to be a strip joint back in the day. Yeah,
really?
It's a very long, thin club. Ooh, food arrived. Wow, that looks really good.
Thank you very much. I don't think so.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciate you. Oh, gonna eat that after the intro. I'm gonna steal some of your fries too, Myles.
I know.
I got a salad, so I steal Myles' fries.
But I think it's gonna be fun. This will be my first live show.
Yeah, but you've been on stage before, Myles.
Been on stage, but still first live show.
You nervous?
Not really.
A little bit.
I'm not too nervous about it.
A little bit.
More excited.
Okay. Yeah.
Excited nerves.
Yep. Nervousness just I forgot I left my wings in your fridge. Damn it. Nervousness oftentimes is just covering up for excitement.
Yeah.
It's nervous facing excitement. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens to all of us.
I think it's going to be fun, though.
Going to be a great time. We'll have some other comedians there as well, just to warm you guys up, get you acquainted. Well, we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a great time.
Make sure you get to tailgate beforehand.
Yeah.
Get some beers going. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Show will be out like probably 7 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't fully figured it out yet, but it's going to happen. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to see you guys in Chicago, July 8th for the first ever Bellied Up Fudge It. We'll do it live.
Fudge it, we'll do it live. Frick it.
Frick it. We'll do it live.
Frick it. We're doing it live.
Yeah.
We'll do it live. Ted Zanies, right?
Zanies, yeah.
You said Chicago Zanies. So be
Old Town.
Well, we'll probably put the link in the description of the episode, so buy tickets.
Yeah, you click on the link. Pretty self-explanatory. Keeping the ticket prices pretty reasonable, too.
They may go hot, too, so you gotta be quick.
Yeah, they may go quick because it's a hot tick.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what's
nice. Well, I think we got a good show lined up today, Charlie. We'll take some callers, and excited.
I'm excited
for Bellied
too.
Up Live.
Me too.
How many? There's a couple years in the making.
Oh, we've been talking about this. We've been chit-chatting about this, Myles. Yeah, for 2 years. And finally, our laziness took the next step, which was text somebody.
And this is kind of my MO. It took me like 5 years to propose to Ann, you know? So,
yeah.
Actually, when I say that, that doesn't sound better, you know, that it only took me 2 years to commit to this, but 5 years to commit to my wife.
Well, this isn't a lifetime commitment, Myles. This is a one-night commitment.
It's true. This is a one-night stand.
Oh. All right.
One night stand. We're going to have to work on the chemistry, though, before we get on stage.
Yeah, we got some work to do.
We got some time, though.
We'll have to do a little zip, zap, zoom.
Sweet.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys there. And now it's time to take some callers.
Hello.
Hi,
is this Paige?
Nice for you to call back. Let me guess. Myles is still perfect, and Charlie needs to talk to someone like you about his relationship issues.
Oh my gosh.
Haven't forgotten,
Charlie, I
Paige.
feel so bad.
Yeah, you feel bad. Let me tell you, Paige.
I feel great.
Shut up, Myles. What's on your mind,
Yeah,
Paige?
well, so for the folks that don't know, we got Paige on the line, our resident therapist. This is a Bellied update.
Yes.
The last time that Paige was on, she told me that there is nothing emotionally wrong with me, and she said that Charlie might as well just not even try because he's too far gone emotionally.
Pretty much. That's what I remember.
That's definitely not what I said, but you know what? Whatever, however you like to take it, I can't change that for you.
Let's rewind the tape. Playing it right now. How else do we take that, Paige?
Well, it sounds like your relationship's going very well. You like cats now.
I do like cats now. Yep.
That's a development.
I am so in love with this girl that I actually like cats. Not happy about it, but, you know, I like them.
I mean,
I like all of them.
sacrifice you have to make.
So, Paige, tell me what it means that Charlie's willing to just change his entire stance on life for a woman.
You know what? If it's the right one, I think it's okay because he seems happy about it. And if that's the only sacrifice, which I will have to say, she's probably making a lot more sacrifices than he is, considering his line of work.
Considering my line of work? What do you mean by that,
Well,
Paige?
you're probably gone a lot.
You are gone a lot.
Gone a lot?
You know,
Yeah, you're on the road.
She probably misses you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If you gotta like cats, I mean, that's a worthy sacrifice considering what she's dealing with.
I suppose. That's not unfair. She's a busy gal too, though. You know, so we're both busy. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. But she has her cats to keep her company. All 4 of them.
All 4. Are they all sphinxes?
2 are sphinxes. 2 of them got Brazilians. And one is a Lycoi, which I don't even know what that is. It's like a little werewolf thing. I think it's they breed them next to nuclear power plants. And then the other one is a street cat from East Columbus that her dad found in the alley. And
Oh, wow. Those are the best kind.
yeah.
Are they?
Yeah. 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 So they all have their own personalities. They're not bad. They've grown on me.
Well, considering Charlie needs a lot of work, why don't we open it up and let's start Charlie's therapy session?
No, that's not what this is. Paige, is that why you're calling in to do therapy on us? Don't you have an update about
Paige
something?
and I have been texting, and we're worried about you.
Oh no. I'm being bamboozled here.
This is not an intervention.
Yeah, it's not an intervention, but we'd like to change your behavior. So,
Oh, what behavior do I have to change?
I'm just kidding.
I am late.
That's a question for Paige. You know, let's dive into Charlie's.
All right, Paige.
stuff.
Let's. I'm your patient right now. What questions do we have?
Oh my gosh. Well, I will say I only treat anxiety and OCD. So if you've got one of those, I can help any day.
I got ADD. Does that count?
ADD is not a thing anymore, Charlie.
ADHD, yes.
There you go.
Why isn't ADD a thing?
It's just all ADHD now. It's all the same.
Oh, okay. Same church, different pew. Same bar, different chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Little known fact. Yeah.
All right. Well, anxiety. Okay. Maybe I got that. You know?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
You probably do. You're a comedian. So
Yeah. We all
most
kind of.
comedians are pretty anxious.
Yeah. You know. I don't know why. Just happens sometimes. Just got this overall feeling that some bad's gonna happen. So I'm looking out. You know, robots, Paige.
Is that true? Are you lying? Are you serious? Because I can actually help.
Yeah, I think robots are gonna kill us all.
He is very paranoid about AI, which I get in a sense, but it's going into territory where I think it is affecting your life sometimes.
It was, but I think I'm over it because I've read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle that Myles told me to read.
Eckhart Tolle.
And so I just live in the moment now, Paige. It's just you and me here. That's all there is. Something might come after. Something might have come before. It doesn't matter. I'm right here with you, Paige. How are you feeling today?
You're doing it. I'm feeling good. I just have therapy sessions all day, and you know what? It's a good day. And I'm so proud of you because you're literally doing what I teach people in therapy.
The Power of Now. You're a big Tolle head.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Ramdas, Alan Watts.
What did she say?
What'd you say?
Ramdas, he's a spiritual teacher, and Alan Watts.
Oh,
Have you ever heard of him?
Dots and Watts.
I've heard of Alan Watts before.
Oh, amazing.
I've heard of
Amazing.
JJ Watt.
Yeah, he's his brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Does he play football
He's like
too?
the Jonas brother that's not musical. He's just like the Watt brother that can't play football.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paige, I got a question for you. What's the most annoying thing a patient does? Like what's your top 3 pet peeves of a patient?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think, well, obviously canceling right before an appointment is pretty annoying, but that happens.
Done that.
You still get paid though, right?
Yeah, you still get paid, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, you got it, Paige. Now let's talk about
let's
you.
Give her some advice.
Let's talk
here.
about you and your people pleasing skills. All right, you gotta set your boundaries. Okay, if you cancel within 24 hours, you're paying. It
just feels mean as a therapist, but I know a lot of therapists do that.
Yeah, I'm such a people pleaser that if I cancel anywhere near the 24 hours, I'm like, just keep the fee. Just keep it. It's fine. Yeah.
I know. But I think the biggest pet peeve I have is when someone comes to see me for therapy and I ask them why they're coming to therapy and they say, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, well.
Because their wife made them?
I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But there's always something deeper. If I pry enough, I can figure it out. But at the outset, if I'm very tired that day and someone says that to me, I'm like, God damn it.
So you're saying that therapists get hungover as well?
We do. We are also human beings that don't like to go to work most of the time, but we love our job.
You know, it doesn't make me feel great though. That like, you know, if you're going to therapy and you're like, knowing that your therapist doesn't even want to be there is like a terrible feeling.
I mean, you
Just mailing it in while you're you're having an existential crisis, and she's just like, yeah, sure. I have to get on this podcast with these guys, so get out of here right now.
That's when. Well, how does that make you feel? Question comes up. Yeah.
Or it just hits the Y button, you know, on the keyboard. Just Y. Well, why? Yeah, why do you think that?
Socratic method.
No, I think therapists, you know, we have to be really real with our clients. And if I'm having a bad day, I'll just say it straight up. Like, I might be off today and kind of having a rough one, and then we can talk about that. Because probably it's in the air. They're having a bad day too.
Yeah.
It's a good space to connect with my people.
Yeah, so sometimes you open yourself up. Do you ever find that you get a patient that client, whatever the PC word is? Do you ever find you get one that starts giving you therapy, and you kind of
we call that countertransference, and that's no bueno.
Ooh, countertransference. Yeah.
Why specifically is it no bueno, which is no good if you don't speak Spanish?
Thank you, Myles.
Thank you for the translation. Yeah, it's not good because, you know, it's unethical to be seeing a client if they're doing more for you than you are for them.
Ooh.
And that is, if a client's triggering you in that way, you need to refer them to someone else.
I see.
Otherwise, you turn into a Tony Soprano situation is what you're saying.
Have you ever had any gangsters as clients?
I don't, not knowingly.
Okay.
Oh, not knowingly.
Okay, let me say it differently. Do you have any clients that were in trucking and they were constantly taking trips to the Cayman Islands? You know?
Very specific, Myles. I don't think so.
Where is Jimmy Hoffa buried?
Where are the bodies, Paige?
Yeah, we got to know.
Where are the drugs going?
Where do you practice again, Paige? What state? I forget.
In Iowa.
A lot of farmers.
I have a question for you, Paige. You know, there's a lot of hoopla on the internet about how basically everyone's problems in life stem back to something with their parents. Is that actually true, or is that just like the get out of jail free card for therapists and just throw it on the parents?
Well, no, I think our past have a lot to do with how we act and navigate the world. But I think in my own therapy, working with anxiety and OCD, I don't tend to dwell on that very much because I want to help them here and now. And if we need to dwell up the past and talk about it, fine. But I'm usually not one to go there.
If I'm trying to go to sleep, Paige, and I'm like, I get in bed, I'm ready to go. I'm like, I should check the front door, see if that's locked. So I go do that. And I get back in bed, but I should pee one more time, you know? And I get back in bed, I'm like, forgot my nose strip, you know? And I get back in bed, I'm like, forgot my mouth strip. And I get back in bed, I'm like, forgot to take melatonin. Is that OCD?
Well, the question would be is how much distress would it cause if you were kept from going to get the thing you want?
Well, see, if I didn't check the door, I'd be sitting there thinking for 5 minutes, should I check the door? And then I start falling asleep. I'm like, no. And then I'm going to be woken up in like 10 minutes because I'm like, I got to check the door. Should I just save time, cut to the chase, go check the door?
You got to check the door more than once?
I mean,
You have.
How many times are you checking the door, Charlie?
No, I mean, if I remember, sometimes I go check the door and I don't remember if it was locked or not.
Well, if you were checking the door over
like
five times,
over
you got a problem.
5 times. Okay.
Okay.
Five
But
times.
it's
Well,
kind of
that's
like
not
when you're
very
boarding a
good.
plane and you have to check your boarding pass for what seat you are in 20 times.
Yeah, right.
It's the same scenario.
I wonder how much of that is OCD and just how bad our memories are, between things like the
Well, you know
phones
what?
and THC. What?
Don't we give you a little master class on the difference?
Yeah, that would be great.
So there's generalized anxiety or like nervousness, right? And with generalized anxiety, the worries make sense. Like we're worrying about normal everyday things like our boarding pass or if how many people are going to be at an event or where's the parking situation, right? We're worried about normal things, but the anxiety is over the top of what's helpful.
What's
But
an
with
example of over the top?
Over the top would be maybe it would keep you from actually going out of your house and going to social events because you're so anxious.
Yeah.
I see. That only
that's over
happens
the
to
top,
me
is it?
if I eat a gummy bear and it's too good.
Yeah, well, that's doing drugs, Charlie.
Whoa.
Sounded a little judgmental, Paige.
That's judgmental.
I call it a natural healing regimen.
All I'm saying is everything in moderation is good,
Everything, Paige?
including Rumplemans.
Rumplemans.
Including Rumplemans?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I like Rumplemans, and you guys don't like it, and I took that very personally a few episodes back.
Well, what does that say about you, Paige? Huh?
Let's dive into that.
Yeah.
Why?
I like some Rumplemans at the end of the day. It makes my tummy all nice and warm.
It does, doesn't it? That nice little cool mintiness.
Tastes like you brushed your teeth.
Yeah. And you brushed
But
your...
anyway, let me keep going on the difference.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Paige. Yes. Focus.
Okay, I'll keep us on track. So that's generalized anxiety, right? It's worrying about normal everyday stuff, but it's over the top.
Yep.
But then OCD goes into this cycle of anxiety of we have an intrusive thought or image that pops in of worrying about something. Let's say there's different themes, but a very common one is like harm, like worrying you hit someone with your car or worrying you might not check the lock enough and someone could intrude into your house or kill your dog or something. And then the anxiety goes up because that thought popped in. And then we have a behavior or a compulsion in OCD that we do in order to lower the anxiety. So that would be to drive around the block to check that you didn't hit someone with your car or checking the lock again. And then anxiety goes down. But then we're in that cycle and we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And that's OCD.
Okay, so it needs.
Yeah, I don't think you got either. I think you just have ADHD.
Thank you. Well,
My diagnosis.
yeah.
All right, Paige. We're going to a new segment that I like to call couples counseling with Paige. Charlie and I are a couple.
We've been together for
6 years.
6 years.
6 years
School
we've
of
been
Hope.
together.
The School of Hope.
Things have been going good, but I feel like Charlie's withholding a little bit from our relationship, and that is why we are in therapy today. So we'd love to dive into it.
Great. Well, what do you think he's withholding? What's the content here?
Just overall energy. I have to plan everything, and
You have to plan everything. Who planned our Bellied Up Live?
Is this a safe space? Can I talk, or are you starting to see some of the things that I'm dealing with?
Let's all take turns here.
Yes, thank you,
Myles,
Paige.
continue.
I'll go now. Is that okay, Charlie?
Fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's the planning thing. He never remembers when I plan stuff. And then when we're at an activity, it always seems like he's got somewhere else to be. And like we shot a video on a bike the other day and he just rode off for about 7 minutes and we didn't know where he went. And we knew he'd come back, but he did do that. And so that's kind of some of the stuff that I've been feeling lately.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're feeling the weight of the mental load of the relationship, but you're not really feeling his presence there with you.
Correct. I'd like him to see me and not see everything else.
Mm.
That's why he's wearing a blaze orange hat today. How does it make me feel, Paige? Frankly, I think Myles forgets every time I am somewhere on time, which is amazing. He forgets it because it doesn't happen very often. It's not a lot to remember. Okay. And I do think sometimes what he has to realize is that my brain is like a dog. Okay. Sometimes you get the dog barking, you get the hounds out. And what do you got to do? You got to take them for a walk. I got to take my brain outside, let it piss on a mailbox, and then I come back and I'm ready to go. But Myles just doesn't have a whole lot of patience for my genius.
So what I'm hearing is that we need to work together to better understand what each other's needs are so we can come together and find a plan that works for
Don't say needs like that.
Trust me, those needs are taken care of. Right, Charlie? Yeah. He was wearing biker shorts yesterday. My God.
Did my calves look? I had my moose knuckle in his face.
I mean, we're talking, he's got a decent moose knuckle on him. He's got a nice...
This is funnier after you see the sketch.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Right, right now, it's just sounding like we're talking.
But see, Paige, this is the part of the problem. I complimented his moose knuckle. He didn't say anything about my truck nuts, and that's just irritating to me.
You're just really not feeling seen at all.
I know.
Intimacy is important in every way, including witnessing your partner.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if your truck nuts were bigger, I could see them.
Well, you know what?
That is not my fault. That's my parents' fault. See, everything stems back to our parents.
It's the French in you.
No, it doesn't.
So is there anything that we can do to just, be deeper together?
That's a great way to put that. It sounds like Myles needs to love himself more.
See, that's what I'm talking about, Paige.
She had that teed up.
Firing
since
it
the last
back.
time we talked to her.
I'm in perfect
she
condition.
felt bad because
Paige said I was completely fine mentally.
She said that I need to love myself. And see, she felt bad. You did your whole little temper tantrum, and now she's just doing it to make you feel good.
Myles, I'm on the incline. You're on the decline. Deal with it, buddy. We're on opposite ends of the Venn diagram. Or whatever. What's the one with the cross?
You know what? I'm starting to... The more Paige talks, the more she's starting to make sense. Maybe we're just not right for each other.
Oh, maybe we're not. Well, you know what? Jake can get in here and be your co-host.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see what happens when I leave the equation. You're never going to get a podcast done.
Well,
wow.
I'll find another. I'll find another one of you, Myles.
Why don't we just call it, Charlie? This is the end of the road. Paige did this. Paige broke up the Bellied Up podcast.
You think I can't find another bearded guy with a blaze orange hat and a Carhartt hoodie in the Midwest?
Yeah, when you say that says
throw a stone right now. Just go chase down the next pickup truck that drives by.
Yeah, don't go thinking you're irreplaceable.
Oh my God.
But yeah, this is Paige's fault if we break up. So.
Wow, you guys really are going to do this to me right now.
It's been a long day.
Well, I will say, at the beginning of this call, I said I treat anxiety and OCD, not couples.
Just passes the buck. Just passes the buck. Okay.
Well, Paige, how's life going for you right now outside of work? What's good?
Oh, it's good. I got my necklace. Thank you, guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
I got my Peridot, my green necklace for our anniversary. It was a month late on our anniversary, not on my birthday, but you know what?
Hey.
Gotta take what I can get.
A necklace is a necklace,
Yeah. Absolutely.
Still look pretty?
Yes. He picked it out himself. I should say I did not have to pick it out.
Nice.
So he did really good. He listened to your guys' advice.
That's good. That's good. Did he listen? Was that the situation?
He did listen.
Good.
He did. He listened. He really appreciated you guys talking directly to him. I think it got the point across.
That's good. That's what we're here for. And are you wearing the necklace right now?
I am.
Okay.
I never took it off.
Wow.
That is awesome.
And your skin is not changing color at all?
It's real silver. I would like to report.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Stainless steel, baby. Or sterling. Sterling.
Stainless steel.
Is that silver? Stainless silver. Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, well, we're happy to talk to you again, Paige. We appreciate it. Glad you helped us work through this. I didn't think this was going to be the last episode, but I guess it is.
Thank you for highlighting the therapy skills I don't have.
The holes in her game. Yeah.
I love my fellow couples therapists, but I am not one of them.
Well, just Paige, you should get into that game. Just imagine the tea you could spill to your husband at dinner. You know?
That's unethical, Charlie.
Is it? Your husband, he's not going to tell anyone.
The client's tea?
Yeah,
what kind of therapist do you think I am?
Well, I'm just saying you're not using exact names. You're just saying, okay, I can't say his name, but he lives down the street.
Oh my God.
I can't say his name, but he's bald.
Yeah. He's bald and you golf with him every Tuesday night.
I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
thank you guys.
Well, thank you, Paige. Hey, we're glad that you got that necklace, and I'm glad that you took it easy on me today.
Of course, I'm glad you've forgiven me for my transgressions of being honest.
I don't know what she just said.
She said, "I'm glad you've forgiven me."
No, I heard what she said. I don't know
that was
what it means.
Backhanded thank you is what it was. Wow. All right.
Therapist speak,
Yeah. That was a real low blow right at the end here, Paige. I thought we were in a good way, and turns out right back where we started.
I think we're also in a good way. It's all perspective.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you my perspective here, and that's that you really screwed the pooch on that last comment.
It's a knuckle sandwich.
Oh, no, I'm not. I only do that to Myles. Hey there, Myles. All right. Well, Paige, you take care now, all right?
Of course. Until next time.
Yes, thank you for the Bellied update. Call back anytime.
We'll give you a call next time Charlie and I have a real riff that we need to work out. How about that?
Perfect. It's not my specialty, but I'll try.
That's all we ask.
We'll call back next time one of us develops OCD or generalized anxiety.
I'm working on it.
Every day I'm getting closer and closer.
Existential crisis coming right up.
Yep. The old EC. ED and EC. All right. You take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye. You're the one with ED, Myles. I'm the one with EC.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm the one with a kid, so I don't know.
Well, you got it to work once.
I was joking, Charlie.
I don't think you were, Myles.
No, I was.
All right.
It's like an old married couple in the Midwest. They just have done things. They've changed their life in ways to account for their partner's downfalls.
Yeah,
and you've done that with me, and I've done that with you.
We shim it.
Yeah,
we're not going to go back and fix the length of the table.
Yeah, we're not going to tear out the doorway. We're just going to do some shims in the door jamb to make sure it's good.
Yeah. We're not going to go back and replane the floorboards.
No, God, no. Just do a hand sander and a few spots, and you're good to go.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, the door's sticking, so you just sand a spot for where the door where the door curves on the floor.
I've done some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all life is.
Just pop out the hinges and move them up a scotch, Well, and then you're screwed at the top, but
that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Get out the saw. Nothing a little sawzall can't fix, Myles.
Should we take another caller?
Let's do it.
Guys, it's boating season.
Boats are out on the water.
And Charlie, you know just as many as the rest of us that the boat landing can be a bit of a nightmare for some
I do know
folks.
just as many as the rest of us all. It can be a nightmare. Sure as you can, you get up there at the boat landing and you get the new guy who just got the boat,
Just trying to whistle it back.
Just trying to whistle it back, trying to get it in there quick, because he's got the family standing on the dock.
And then the people are lined up waiting for him.
Waiting.
A lot of pressure, all that. And sometimes you find that when you try to back it in, you end up hitting the gas pedal and it's still in drive, and you hit the car right in front of you.
And before you know it, there's dogs barking, there's people whistling, babies crying, and you're in a real pickle. Well, you get out there and you find yourself injured, then there's only one person you got to call in that situation. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. It's not your neighbor who knows to back out a boat. No, it's Russell Nicolay, because he will not only take care of you in that injured-prone situation, he will also tell you how to back up your boat properly.
Mm-hmm.
He does both. You call 1-855-Nicolay. Russell will answer himself, beard and everything, and he'll tell you how to back out that boat prim and proper, and he'll tell you how to get all that money from those insurance companies.
Prim and proper.
Nicolay Law, ladies and gentlemen. Injured, get Nicolay. Joe, how are you? It's me, Charlie. I'm here with my buddy Myles, and we are aware that you work over there at the Jiffy Lube, but you're having an existential lube crisis, and we'd like to hear about it at a Jiffy.
Yeah, nice play on words there.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's definitely heart-lifting, and thanks for having me on first off. But no, Jiffy Lube, it's weird. It's different. I thought I was signing up for a pit, and definitely
Hang on, just let me jump in there real quick for
Is
you,
he on
Joe.
speaker?
Are you on speakerphone?
There. Let me solve your problem.
Oh,
there.
that sounds so much
nice.
better.
What a beautiful voice you have there, Joe.
I'm sorry. This is my friggin' Bluetooth, man. It's a damn doozy sometimes.
We can hear your accent now. You're from down south, huh?
I was born there, but no, I live up in Oregon now. I moved.
What? Did you move? Good to know you didn't teleport there.
Yeah, I'll get there some way,
Okay. All right.
Well, Jiffy Lube Joe, what's going on? What'd you call in today?
Oh, I just figured try my shot at getting on at least, but no, Jiffy Lube, Jiffy Lube's a different world, man. It's crazy. You got a lot of people's problems that you don't want to deal with, but you're there for a paycheck sometimes, and you got to deal with them, And just the other day, I had a customer come in because their car wasn't starting, and they just didn't do the research like University of YouTube teaches us, and just didn't look into the problems, and it was just a simple fix. Had to twist some wires together, and she was out the door, and I almost felt bad for charging the lady.
Wow. What?
It's good to know that you mechanics and Jiffy Lube employees do feel something when you gouge the customers. At least you guys feel it. I know you're not going to do anything about it. You're still going to gouge them, but it's good to know that you're feeling it. That's really helpful.
Well, actually, and now you talk about this problem. What was the problem that you just had to twist some wires together? Because that kind of sounds like hot wiring a car right there.
Well, yes and no. I solved the problem obviously responsibly by buying the right part, but the inertia switch went out, and the previous owner or someone, I don't know, must have spliced the wires together before or something, because there was no inertia switch, and that's a fuel shutoff issue. And so lo and behold, I don't know how they drove it in.
Wow. Hot wire.
Yeah. How much did you charge him for that little rewiring?
Oh, God, it was there for a while, so we had to do a diag, throw it up on the lifts and, start charging hours on that. And once it wasn't, under the car, we would drop it and, start moving in the car. That's probably another hour or so. Probably. And then the upcharge on the part, we can't hand out free parts. So she probably left leaving, probably good hefty $400, $500, $600 bill.
Oh my God.
Wow. I got a question.
We just got a master class on how to jack up the bill as a mechanic.
And what I got out of that was slow car lift.
Yeah.
The slower the car lift, the more time it takes.
Yeah. No, 100%. The older, the slower, you don't. I mean, we got all brand new stuff. I don't mean to toot my own horn over here, but
well, yeah, when you're charging $600 for something like that, you better have all brand new stuff.
You gotta do some though. You gotta do some to offset the taxes.
Yeah. That's just bad an eye at that, But no, we.
Are you on some of Oregon's finest edibles right now, Joe?
Yeah. The edibles get me a little too far, so I partake in the more medicinal oils, I guess you can say.
Okay. Well,
it's legal. It's a fair state. It's green. It's all good.
Yeah, no judgment here. What? That's the Jokin' Joe strand that he's on. Hey.
Oh, heck yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen come through that Jiffy Lube?
Oh, man. Well, we had this kid. I'll be honest. He was a kid. He got his exhaust done.
I don't like the start of that story. Yeah. Got to be honest, he was a kid. I don't love the.
Sounds like you're going to jail for like 50 years.
Younger than me, man. Younger than me. It's just it's a phrase. He was an 18-year-old man. All right.
Oh, jeez.
And he came in with this ricey, spicy exhaust on his little, 2012 Acura, trying to sound like, the little sleep drag racers that go 0 to 60 too slow. Yeah. And then the pop, 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 and all that dumb stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like
got one of those guys in my neighborhood.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Oh, we all.
And every time it happens, someone throws in the neighbor Ring doorbell app. Did anyone hear gunshots?
Gunshots or bad muffler?
The local Facebook group just starts going off on your block.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So a minor walks into Jiffy Lube.
Yeah, sure. Let's leave it at that. Anyways, comes in, has an exhaust problem. His car is running like just. Can I kind of swear on here? I don't know.
Go ahead.
It's just running like dog shit. Let's just be honest. And he failed to inform us that he just got the exhaust done right before he showed up. And so we're trying to diag it. It's saying there's like a vacuum leak or something. So we're looking all into it. And the shop before him, who did the exhaust, failed to hook up the O2 sensor properly. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but those are pretty vital to, how the fuel and air ratio goes into the engine and how much is coming out. And so basically it was under-fueling it, over-fueling it at the wrong times. And the kid had to go get his exhaust back and left kind of sad.
I was thinking there'd be like a dead fox in the wheel well or something.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we asked him for a crazy story. Yeah. I was like, just thought we were listening to a normal story.
It was crazy to me that the kid fucking, didn't see all that. But no, crazy stuff. Yeah, I've seen some dead animals in cars. Not here at Jiffy Lube, but previous mechanically inclined jobs I've been on. I've seen some pretty hairy stuff I didn't really care to see. I found a dead cat once above a Cadillac converter. A little play on words there too, but no, it was she was burnt. She was toasty. I'll be honest. It was
Cass and Pfeffer.
They got 9 lives, but I think it took all 8, something like that.
So what What's your problem working at Jiffy Lube?
All right. So I'm a shorter fellow. I'm a what they call a little person. Hate that thing, but I'm a little person. Some of these, I fit in great places, man. All right, yeah, crawl right under a car. Don't need a lift half the time, but other times, man, I don't got the reach that most people do, and so I'm trying to unscrew a bolt that's in the back of the engine bay, man, and I am diving. I'm cave diving for that thing. And my coworker comes up and reaches over the fender well as I'm halfway on the radiator and reaches over that fender well and pops it right out. It's just crazy to me.
It's not fair.
Oh, it never is. Never fair. It never is, man. Short end of the stick right here, man.
Quite literally. Yeah.
How tall are you?
4'7", coming in at a 4'7". That's tall for midgets or little people or whatever you guys call them.
Whatever we call them. I think you call them whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I call them midgets, dwarfs. I think the word little person is quite degrading, honestly.
Yeah,
but
so
that's personal opinion.
In the little person world,
He just said he thought it was degrading.
okay.
Myles,
Well, what
so-
do you want me to?
Yeah, go ahead, say it.
Just say the hard M word, dude. Midget world, dude. Heck yeah.
So in the midget world,
Oh my! I can't believe you said that, dude.
Attaboy.
he just told me to say it.
For all we know, he's
Wow, heck
6'8".
yeah.
He told me to say this. In the midget world, you're tall, you're saying. So do you have like a subculture where, like, people that are taller like Charlie and I, there's us, we're what, 6'2", 6'4",
Oh, you lucky sons of guns.
where we have short kings,
Mhm.
right? Who's maybe
yes, sir.
5'8".
Yep.
So
Yeah.
is there short kings in the midget world?
No, they're just really short.
Really short.
So what? Like once you get, what's the height where you're like,
I
wow,
think we're
you
all
are
short
even
kings.
short for us,
Oh, like 4 foot.
Okay.
Like 4 foot and below. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like,
You got the best one. Okay. Yeah, that is interesting. What's the dating scene like?
oh, rough. I guess I don't know. I got a taste, so like, I like them shorter, but I don't mind them tall and fine. You know what I mean? It's like a glass of wine. It just goes down the same.
He likes them tall, like 4'8",
5'2". Come on now.
Okay, yeah.
She's got to be at least like able to get shit out of the freezer for me. Come on.
What's the tallest gal you've dated?
6'3".
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
How'd that work
That
out?
was a lot of work.
Why? Just because just a lot of up and down on the step stool, or what?
Yeah, poor old back. Every time she had to lean in for a smooch, it would sound like a bag of Rice Krispies going in milk.
Yeah.
Wait, help me explain that analogy right there. What's he talking about?
Snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Oh, the back.
You got to be pretty good at climbing, though. If you want to kiss, you just chalk up the old hands and head on up to the peak and get a little smooch.
Stretch. Do a little stretch before,
Yeah.
get those glutes and hammies warmed up and then fall on up there, I guess.
You got a serious gal right now?
No, not really. I just I'm young. I'm 24, almost 25, so I'm still kind of, messing around, seeing what I like, what I don't,
Yeah, good for you. Play in the field.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. You got to step back and see what kind of fish you like,
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't want to be fishing for trout all your life when there's, salmon,
Sure. Or perch.
Oh, perch. I will tell you one thing. Oregon. We don't have pull tabs here, right? Never really messed with the pull tab life. Moved closer to Idaho. They got pull tabs.
Really?
Severely disappointed.
Why?
I bought a stack, dude, thinking I'm gonna, hit big. I'm not a gambling man either. I bought like a good good stack. Like, it looks big in my hand, so it's probably a decent stack.
He bought 4 pull tabs.
Yeah. Let's call it 8. I had 2 handfuls. All right. Anyway,
8 pull tabs.
the most satisfying thing from the pull tab was the crisp rip
Oh yeah.
of each tab, but they were all losers. I might have to try my luck next paycheck.
Yeah, I mean, let's rephrase. You said gambling. It's not gambling. It's investing. Let's remind you of that.
Okay.
And sometimes you win.
Okay.
We're FDIC complied to tell you that.
Sweet. At least you tell me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing the long game. You invest in the S&P 500. If you look at it after one day, you're not going to be very happy. So,
but over the years,
this is a 30-year commitment.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, if you put it on the graph, pull tab investing and the S&P 500 kind of mirror each other over, extended period of time. And every 7 years, your money doubles due to compounding interest in the pull tab investing game. So just a little tidbit I picked up along the way. And remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint.
I'm just glad we have
that's a good
financial
analogy.
advice on this podcast too.
Okay. So pull tabs investment, not a loss.
No, not at all.
No, never. All right, good to know. I've seen the one where he won 777.
Oh yeah,
that was a nice day.
That was a good
pretty
day.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure the bar was happy too.
We tipped them. We tipped them good.
Oh, that's good. You got to keep your bartenders happy. That's more important than pull tabs sometimes.
Absolutely. So you're, aside for just having a long way to reach, you're fine with your job?
Yeah, other than that, yeah, I mean, it's a job. No one loves their job. But, I mean, unless you have a really cool job, then you might love your job. But this is just mechanics. It's nothing to really toot your own horn at.
Well,
but
kind of is.
It's just, yeah, I guess I'll take that. I'll toot my own horn.
There you
But
go.
no, it's mechanics, so it's just everything's really just kind of bullshit when you look at it.
Yeah,
The newer the rigs, the shittier the problems. The older the rigs, the messier the problems. So
yeah, and that's just the nuts and bolts of the whole situation.
Yeah, and screws, and stupid clips that break that you got to replace every time you pull them out of a hole.
Gosh darn it!
Plastic tip. I don't know. Have you ever messed with like those little plastic tab clippy things that hold your bumper down and all that stupid stuff? You got a flathead screwdriver on there. Those things suck.
Yeah.
I want to know the guy who invented those and stand on a stool and have an eye-to-eye conversation with him.
You're talking about on the bumper, like that clip your bumper together. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, like on the top where like you open your hood right by your radiator, these like circle push tab things with all these like barbs, I guess you could call them. They go in there and they hold in place, and then when you want them out, you got to either break them or I don't know, spend 40 minutes per clip.
It's called planned obsolescence right there. So you just got to buy more stuff at wholesale from the Jiffy Lube. You know those Jiffy Lubes?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're bitching if you're getting paid by the hour. I mean, that sounds like a mechanic's wet dream.
Oh, we get paid by the hour, but we got quotes. So we got a quota to make. Like, if the job's an hour and a half on paper, I take 3 hours. That's just...
Okay, well, that's your guys' mistake. You got to bill after you do the work.
Oh, man, I wish it was that easy. Oh, I
just
wish
every single day be like, our bid guy is out for the day, so I can start working on it now. We can just get you the price when you come in. It's
we'll ballpark it when he gets back. That is
yeah, and then just start working on it, and then just pay. They'll have to pay whatever.
That's how you just increase your customer service people at the Jiffy Lube, because people are gonna be coming in. Bitching.
Also, why am I giving them more ammo? What am I doing?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the most? What thing there do you guys overcharge for the most? Is it the air filters or the oil change?
Oh God, probably the oil change. I'll be frank.
What's that go?
You got man hours. Say again.
What's it go for these days? An oil change?
Oh, well, for me, I get it at cost because work there. But for folks like you, it's probably like 140 out the door.
Yeah,
for just an oil change. And then if you want to top off your rear diff, or if you got a transfer case, or if anything like that, that just honestly quickly adds up. Nicer the car, the more expensive the oil, and you need a nicer filter for the nicer cars. So like Mercedes and stuff like that, you're looking at like $250, $260 out the door for just an oil change.
Jeez Louise. Yeah. Oil change isn't that hard. You know?
No, they're very simple. You just, you got to do it. Lay on your back, reach up there and twist a couple things, twist it back. It's really, really simple, man. I don't quite know why people pay us to do it.
I got a maybe question that you don't have to answer if you don't like.
I think I know where this is going.
Shoot.
Is your worst nightmare a guy that rolls up with a giant lifted truck?
Oh, yep. I must admit my boss ain't much taller than me, and we both give each other a look like, this is going to be a stool operation deal.
Who's going on whose shoulders?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I put the trench coat on.
I carried you last time.
You guys little rascals.
They're working on it. Bring me to the left. No, my left.
He's standing backwards.
I mean, they call it Jiffy Lube for a reason.
Oh boy. All right, fellas. My word.
Hey, quick question. All right, so what could be going if the power steering goes out? Is that usually just a fluid refill, or is that probably a leak in the fluid?
Well, you'll see signs if it's a leak. It'll start squealing and whining if it's a leak. But if it just goes like from power steering to zilch, nada, kaput, flat, that's probably bad power steering pump.
Oh.
And I'd check your belts too at that point, because if your pump's seized up, you could have worn a thin spot in your belt, or stuff like that. They don't usually seize; they just stop pumping.
Okay. What do you think the cost is on that? Just knowing that.
Oh man, power steering pump's probably going to run you about $120 part wise, and then you throw that in about probably an hour and a half, 2 hour job. We charge about $150 a man hour, so you're probably in it over about $500.
Shit.
Definitely for sure.
Got it. Randa just.
I don't know how your guys' rates are over there. What's your guys' minimum wage look like?
What's our minimum wage look like?
Yeah, cost of living and stuff out there.
Well, we're in Fargo right now, so it's probably better than Oregon. Oregon, you guys
better.
Yeah, you guys are probably what is minimum wage in Oregon? Like $20 an hour?
$11.75.
$11.75.
Gotta be close.
In Wisconsin, I think it's still like $7.25.
Oh, really? That's what Idaho is.
Same in North Dakota.
Same here. Yeah. That's crazy. That's like what it was when I was working. Still?
That is nuts. I remember my first job, I was getting paid $6 an hour.
Yeah. I was getting, I think, what year was that?
Oh, probably like 2010, 2012.
2010. Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't gone up much. I think I started, it was like $5.25 an hour.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, yeah. You're an old timer.
I didn't say old timer, Joe. I said older. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are
Whatever.
more than a decade older than him. I'm almost a decade older than him. I'm almost a decade older than him. You are.
Myles, be careful about all the shit you talk about me, because in 2 years,
you'll still be that much older than me.
Well, you're going to be dealing with all the problems. When we first met, Myles was like, you're 30? 30?
Oh, man.
And now how old are you, Myles?
32.
32. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really puts things into perspective, huh, Myles?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Gotta step back and look at the bigger picture, you know?
Yeah, it just turns out that the sun comes up every day and you get older. Just finding that out.
Yeah.
Time flies like a banana.
Oh, especially when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you calling us, Jiffy Lube Joe.
Well, thank you very much, Myles, and it was great to talk to you guys, Myles and Charlie, and heck of a time. We'll have to catch up again someday. I'll let you know when the problems get worse at Jiffy Lube. I just started there like probably about a month ago. So I'm still
He made it sound like he's been a career guy there.
Yeah, I know.
He made it sound like 18 years old at the lube.
But I've had like probably 15, 20 years plus of experience involved. No, 15. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
been twisting wrenches since like elementary school. So
still my favorite way to talk about a mechanic. Twisting wrenches.
It's a good term. I love it.
Twisting wrenches and kissing babies.
We need a term for that for podcasting.
Twisting mic cords.
Yeah, that's
twisting mic cords. No, that doesn't have a ring to it.
Mac and microphones.
Could give the wrong vibe.
Okay, you're doing the reverse cowgirl with your boss while you're fixing a lifted truck, so don't even.
I never admitted to that. Come on.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in.
Have a good one.
You too, man.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon now.
All right, sweet. Catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Did I just get peer pressured into saying midget?
Yeah.
I think I did. Yeah, that
You're
really got
canceled.
Got away from me.
Getting canceled.
Did he say you can go ahead and say it? Use the hard M. Is that what he said?
All I know is that when this comes out and Joe retweets it and his Twitter account, it's just him and he's a 6'5" stud, and you're just done with your career.
Then I'm screwed. Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah,
I had a good run. I'll go work concrete again.
Yeah, pouring slabs and kissing babies.
My own baby. That's it.
That's it. Kissing a baby. It's probably better that way.
Well, Charlie.
Well, Myles.
Do we got a voicemail or?
Yeah, we can run a voicemail.
Let's do a voicemail.
Yeah. And I will raise you up on an eagle's wings.
I
got the voicemail, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, guys, I have this great idea. So my name is Gannon. I'm 20 years old. Amazing idea. Okay, instead of the Olympics, the Construction Olympics. Okay, so just hear me out. Okay, one of the events are going to be shooting a nail gun at like soda can pops. I don't know how far, but something like that. All right, the one that can throw like a cinder block the furthest, just stupid shit like that. Or we could have actual ones like first one to put up scaffolding, or like how high you can do it so fast. I don't know, but I think it'd be a funny ass idea.
That's great.
I agree.
That is like the pentathlon with a nail gun would be like we should do that next winter. Get
You got a nail gun attached to your back
instead of a 22 you know?
on skis.
Someone's behind with the compressor. You know?
Well, no, you have to carry a sled with the compressor in it. Yeah.
That'd be great.
We used to do we made up our own little game. So if you got a framer's hammer, they have a little magnet on the top where you put the nail in the thing you can't reach, you stick it and then hammer it.
Yeah.
We used to draw a circle on a panel, and you put the nail on there, and then you spin it kind of like throwing axes.
Yeah.
And then you got to try and hit the nail will stick into the panel.
Oh.
And you try and get as close to the center as possible.
Dude.
My dad didn't love it. You know, he was kind of like, that's a big waste of nails.
Do you guys know how much those nails are? I was on the phone with my dad. I'm redoing this dock, and my dad was telling me, because I got to pull out the old panels, put out the other one. He left me this voicemail that was like 2 minutes long, and minute 30 was talking about how expensive each of the screws was. He said, now listen, those are good screws. It's about 75 cents a screw. So if you look at that, that's 75 cents times 4 per panel. 4, that's about 16 down. He was doing the math in the head, and he was like, you added all that up, that's about $500 in screws. So what I'm telling you is unscrew them easy. I don't need you breaking those things. And it was...
He didn't even buy them?
No.
He was just like, I don't want to have to replace them.
These are the screws currently in the deal. And he wanted to make sure they did not get broken. He's like, you set your torque to the right amount, because I read online that these things can break. I'm not sure why they can break if they're 75 cents, but he was just going on and on about it.
I just couldn't imagine being that worried about it.
He brought it up four other times.
But then he had looked up that type of screw to find out.
Yeah. I think he talked to the guy, and he said, what about the screws? And the guy told him how much the screws were, and he kind of lost his mind a little bit. So he wanted to make sure. And I'll tell you this much, it worked. Guess how many screws I broke? I lost about 5, though, which is not good. That's not good. That's about 3.
You just went and replaced them. You didn't tell him.
No, I went and bought a pack. And they were expensive, dude. They were expensive.
Yeah, I think you could mix real competitions with some of those competitions, right? Like a great competition in the Construction Olympics that you just said is you have to get very vague directions from the boss.
Yeah.
And then you just have to try and figure out what he meant by it and build something. And then at the end, they're like, you either did it right or you didn't do it right.
Uh-huh. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they're
then
like, so go to the job site. So you start at the shop, right? This is the competition.
Yeah.
All right. The job site is south of Costco, and that's all you get. So now you're just driving around somewhere south of Costco. And then when you get there, he's just like, I want you to put the doohickey together and then finish the garage. And, we got, mud coming in the afternoon.
So look out for that.
So it's just, you now have to get the project done with the limited direction. And
you're rated on a scale of all right and what the fuck?
I got to do everything around here. I thought I told you it was clear. If you get that, you failed.
Yeah.
But if you get because it's not going to be you did a good job. It's going to be well, it took you long enough.
Right.
Something like that.
You get a good job. Next thing you want is a raise. That's not going to happen.
That's true. It's hard to get an attaboy on a construction site. And it would happen once in a while. My dad come by. He'd say, oh, nice work. And they'd leave. And we'd all be like, no fucking way. You got an attaboy? Damn it.
How did your dad treat you on the construction site versus the rest of his employees?
A lot of head shaking.
Was he intentionally harder on you than his employees?
I wouldn't say that.
No.
I think he was.
Was he easier on you?
In terms of when I would show up, yes.
Oh, you were late?
Yeah, I mean, well, so in the summer, sometimes we'd have like workouts in the morning, so you'd show up after the workout.
Oh, I gotcha.
But the one time that he was not lenient on it, it was right before I would go back to school. We'd start fall camp for football. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, this was our last hurrah before we'd have practice every single day. So during the week, it was like a Thursday. We would have party. We all got thoroughly intoxicated, and I showed up to the job site at like 10 a.m. and he was in the hole. With his tool belt on.
Oh no,
that's not a good sign.
What did he say?
He's just hovering over my shoulder the whole day, just critiquing my work, all of that stuff, and he was very, very mad.
Did you learn your lesson?
No.
What was your nickname again?
Mills.
Mills?
Mills. Yeah. There's one guy, that's how you'd say my name. Instead of saying Myles, you just go Mills.
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 We got Mills over here.
So, yeah.
Well, that'd be a good video. That's a video I'd say we should do. You certainly should do it.
What is the title of the video?
Construction Worker Olympics.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my dad breathing over my shoulder.
Oh, no, that could be a fun video, too.
When the boss actually does work, that's actually the video idea. Everyone's just on edge, They're like, oh, my God, what's happening?
Yeah, I can't. I don't like confrontation.
Well, Charlie, is that another good episode of the Bellied Up podcast?
I'm going to go ahead and say great episode, Myles.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode. And
wait, we got to shout out where we are.
We're at CJ's Tavern here in Fargo, North Dakota. They're on a golf course, so if you go hit the links.
Is this the Rosebud Golf Course? What's it called?
Rose Creek.
Wow,
golf
close
course.
enough.
It's a public course in Fargo, so anyone can just swing on through, hit some balls, then come have a couple brews afterwards.
Public
Good
course.
spot.
This is where people like me play golf.
Oh my God, I shouldn't. I knew that.
This is where the peasants come, right, Myles? Right? The proletariat. Anyways, maybe I'll get an invite again to the bourgeois, but until that day,
tip your bartender, folks.
Tip your bartender.
Okay, hope you guys have a good one. Goodbye now. Toodaloo.